Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today, gonna be tying some Union Arena. That's gonna be Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, and Hunter x Hunter. This is one of those ones I did a video telling you not to FOMO into the sucker, to actually have a plan on what you wanted to buy. You wanted to wait till about the release because that's where you're gonna see some of the prices come down, and hopefully you took advantage of it, especially if you wanted to play the purple deck for Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War. As you saw with this Ichigo 41, you're definitely gonna need it, and this is what people did. They capitalized on the prices because you can see market price over here on the SR was showing as 1989. If I click inside of here, which is going to take just but a moment as it comes up here, you can see the prices. The high was high sale $30. It dropped all the way down. Take a look at this. This is crazy, actually. It dropped all the way down here, 10.95, and now it's sitting back at 27.98. That's crazy. So again, hopefully you took advantage of the dip. That was one of the cards that you should have been looking out for. The nice part about this is you have other rarities. It's higher up, but there are alternate art SR, which interesting enough, it's sold as 28.69. So if you follow me on all of this, the alt art, if this regular version of the SR got too high, you could have bought the SR alternate. And then from there, it just gets more and more expensive. The 2 stars, 225, and the 3 stars, 17.99. What was it last week? $2,500. It's going to be coming down. It'll come down a bit more. So I would wait on the 3 star you're looking for. But as you can see, the price was a little too nice for somebody out there, and they went ahead and purchased it at, let's say, wow, 300. $300. Yeah, 300. We got one for 250. I hate when you zoom in and it just goes away. There you go. 250, 275, 251. So prices are a little bit all over the place, but those aren't bad prices. I think SR being a 2 star, maybe one per case. I know when people were talking about the signatures inside of this, I saw majority of people say that you get 1 2 star at the very minimum. Other people are saying you might get two. I wouldn't go with that because I haven't seen too many people say that, but one signature per case sounds pretty okay, as in that's what people are saying you're going to get. So here you are. Here are your other signatures. We got Toshiro, which is a cool one for me because that's the green, of course. I would love to play the green deck and have a. Would I play signatures there? I'll do that with Schwartz. So I take that back. There's no way I'm playing with a signature card, but I respect all of you that do actually do that. That's very amazing to me that you'll do that, but I think that's awesome. We have these prices right here, 295 high. That's gonna be what it is, but currently anyways, sitting there at $260.99. And then we also have Byakuya, 229.99. I always find his name very fun to try to pronounce. And Jugram, 135. He's the loser of the group, but he does stand out because he's not on the good guy side. Actually, do you think the Quincy's are the good guys or the bad guys? You tell me, which one do you like better? Anyways, going back here to the cases, I didn't want to skip all this. What we got, booster box. I always hate when I have to do this. You have to click in. $74.24 is your booster box price. Last week it was in the 80s. Now we're down to 70s as people get their product. We'll see how that all pans out because, right, we know there's a second wave that's coming. Piece is pretty solid around the 1200 mark. It's currently sitting at 1164. A decent amount sold per day, right? You have 2 on October 3rd, 2 on October 4th. We'll see if any more start popping up once people start getting their stuff. Going back to the booster box, I should have clicked on this. I'll do this right now. Decent amount of sales. This is October 5th. There you go. This is amazing because I come from Schwartz, and you can see you don't have this where the whole page is actually filled with orders on today's date. And today is October 5th, and it's only for me 1:16 in the afternoon. So that's quite a lot of boxes sold. If it gives you any indication on how popular all this is. Also, your starter decks, that's gonna be your starter deck display, $65 currently. And your starter deck is about $11. So around MSRP. You can pick this up at Walmart. Now, moving on here, we got our SR alternates. So, yes, I do want to talk about this. Here you go. So these are the ones that you potentially will pick up for your deck, like Rukia, like Toshiro, a bunch of these. Ichigo, oh my god, it's amazing how expensive some of these cards are. I'm really happy to see this. Not to say that I want to see people spend a lot of money on this. I want to see Union and Arena do well. That's where I'm going with all this. So hopefully this has more of a tone of people wanting to play it and collect it versus just getting it and flipping it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I just want Union Arena to do well because there are a lot of IPs inside of Union Arena that I actually do love. So be very nice if this game keeps on going. But the way it seems like it'll be okay, especially on the JP side. It's hanging in there and came back from the depths, and now we're here. So just take a look at these SR alternates. Pretty awesome looking. I know some people don't like the screenshots. I'm cool with screenshots because it reminds me, it gives me that nostalgia of the anime that I watched and I love. Kenpachi's gonna be really cool. Green deck, here are your regular SRs. You're gonna want some of that Ichigo, Byakuya, and Rukia for your purple deck, which is why they're showing up there. And then you also have your green deck down here below. And then all the other ones are just a little bit lower. When it comes to Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, if you don't know, you're going to be waiting for volume number 2. Maybe if you don't pick them up now and the hope is that they go down in price, make sure it's always a game of chicken. When do you buy it? Do you buy it now? Do you wait till later? What if later people buy it all up because they're all waiting for volume number 2? And here are your rare alternates. I think my favorite out of all of them is going to be the Ichigo. I love the color on here. Someone asked me if Soifun actually has a card in here. She does. She has 2 of them inside of the set, potentially more coming up in volume number 2. You're going to see a lot more people in the second set than you saw in this first set because, of course, it is based off who was showing in the anime. Here's your Matsumoto, who this is your mommy milker of the set. This is going to be $34.70. I cannot say that without laughing. That is not normally in my vocabulary, okay? But she's taking pretty high there for being a common alt art. Now moving on, here are your action points. Remember, if you do not remember, because I saw people talking about sniping off different cards in various different places, you have your action point cards. Remember, they come in foil and non-foil version. Oh, here's your starter deck version, $65. That went down a lot. But if you want to do it on TCG Player, make sure you pick foil or you pick normal. That's the best way to do it. And then go down one more by picking action point. Then you can see where they currently are listed for. Byakuya, $229. Hey, buddy. And Toshiro, $94. This is probably my favorite Ichigo right here. Classic Ichigo, $125. Here's your starter deck cards. They'll be $11 as mentioned before. You got your Ichigo, you got your Renji, both in SR, and the rest of them, as you can see here, not that expensive. So pick yourself up a starter deck. Moving on really quickly, here is your sealed products. Booster box, $73.93, similar to Bleach. Also, your case, $1129.94, a little bit lower than Bleach. I will say, when I hear people talk about the different various decks and playing through it, I feel like people will play Hunter x Hunter more, but I feel like Bleach is more popular. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm not looking at the right post. But here is your 3-star 750 no sale. It's actually amazing that this one came down so much versus your Ichigo, right? At $17.99. And I only say that just because they're both 3 stars. No one's bought it here on TCG Player, but again, you can go to different places like Facebook. You go to eBay to get the cards as well. So I know those exist. And then over here, your SR 2 stars, we got 380, 319, 324, 300, 400. This looks similar as what you saw with the Bleach. So I like this for the very fact that it seems pretty even when it comes to pricing. I'm not really going to go too much into Hunter x Hunter because it's a very long video and you can see it pretty much matches up. It's actually cool in that way that it's doing that. If you want to talk about decks, I know people go with green or blue. That's going to be your Kurapika, or you're going to go bomber version for the blue. Speaking of which, Kurapika in the SR alt, $40, which is reminiscent if you think about Bleach with the Ichigo. Going over here to the regular SR, $32. Seem kind of familiar, right? Even the listings, about seven listings over here. What was the Bleach? Bleach was, it was 7 listings. The parallels on all this just makes my mathematical heart just jump with joy. It's amazing how this turns out. And as you saw with the rest, these SRs are a bit, I'd say, deflated versus the Bleach, right? Bleach had a couple more SRs that were more valuable. Let me flip back over here to that. There you go. 27.8, 649.54. And over here we got 4, 4, 4, 4. I know there might be shipping, but you get the whole display on the outside. With our rare alts, Yeah, pretty good. I like them. Here we go. $50 Kurapika. Damn, that's pretty expensive when you think about a rare alt. Let me just flip back here. I just like seeing these parallels if you're interested in it too. 32, 23, 14. A decent amount of prices. I think people were very happy with this product. If you like the series, it's really cool to actually have English versions of a card that you can actually play with and relive. Talk about the anime, which is going to be really nice. I can't wait for Bleach 1000. I don't know when it's out. I know some of the fall anime started. I'll see when Bleach 1000 Year Blood War is out there because I'm gonna watch it. Starter deck's a little bit lower. Is it really a bit lower? I did not look yet. 54.94. Yes, it's a little bit lower on the display. And then on the trial deck, $9. So it actually is lower. This is where I was saying before, where I feel like Hunter x Hunter was a little bit more of less pricing on some of these products, the cards, and I'm seeing that right here, right now. And lastly, this is going to be your action point cards 75, 190, 64, 85, 81, 99. And that is it. At the end of the day, don't forget this is a collectible card game. So no matter what, whether you're looking to play, whether you're looking to collect, don't blow your budget. You have many other things to buy coming up. There are a ton of other IPs, there's a ton of different games. And don't forget, there's holidays coming up, and make sure to make the lives of your loved ones very, very happy, whether that means taking them out for lunch or buying them a starter deck to play with you. But as always, have fun, be happy, don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.